Greetings, graduates, families, friends, and distinguished guests. Welcome to the 2022 University of Maryland Global Campus Spring Commencement, being celebrated this year through a series of activities, including this virtual ceremony, our online gallery of graduates, and for those who are able to attend in person, our first ever grad walk. My name is Blakely Palmietto, the university's Chief Academic Officer and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs. We begin our ceremony with our national anthem, performed by UMGC graduate Isabel Pollard.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Isabel. And now, it is my honor to introduce University of Maryland Global Campus President, Dr. Gregory Fowler.
Greetings, graduates, family members, friends, colleagues, and guests. Graduates, you have all dedicated many hours to earning your degrees. And as we come together, I'm filled with a sense of pride for all that you have accomplished. I know I speak for everyone at UMGC when I say that it has been our honor to help you in the pursuit of your goals and your dreams. I am also honored to offer a special salute to our active duty members of the U.S. military and to our veterans who are graduating today. Your service to our country has earned you the respect and admiration of a grateful nation, and we are so pleased that you selected UMGC as your university of choice. This year, UMGC commemorates its 75th anniversary. And while we are deeply proud of this milestone, today, you represent our greatest achievement. We are so honored to recognize and celebrate your success. I would now like to take a moment to recognize the people who have supported our graduates in so many ways. So let us say thank you to the husbands, wives, partners, children, parents, grandparents, siblings, aunts, uncles, teachers, and dear friends who have offered their love and encouragement along the road to this day. Congratulations to all of you. Among those at the core of every university are its faculty. Today, we offer our appreciation of the more than 4,500 educators of our graduates worldwide. They challenge our students to think deeply and address complex issues. They serve as mentors and are often a source of inspiration. We thank them for their dedication to our students and our university. And now, it is my privilege to introduce William T. Wood, a member of the University System of Maryland Board of Regents, the governing body for University of Maryland Global Campus and other public universities within the state of Maryland. Regent Wood has been a practicing attorney for more than 40 years, a past president of the Maryland Trial Lawyers Association, and he has been listed in the best lawyers in America. In addition to serving on several public and private boards, he has served with distinction on our university's Board of Visitors. He and his wife Marie are the proud parents of 2 UMGC graduates, and his father attended our university while serving in the U.S. Army in Frankfurt, Germany in the 1950s. Please join me in welcoming Regent William T. Wood.
Thank you, President Fowler, for that very generous introduction. Greetings, graduates, families, and friends. I am delighted to have this opportunity to extend best wishes and congratulations from the University System of Maryland and the Board of Regents. As President Fowler mentioned, 2 of my sons graduated from UMGC at the very same ceremony in May 2014. I was proud to be on the stage for that event. That morning, on the way to the ceremony, my son John said to me, "If you hug me on the stage, I'll never speak to you again." Well, I did. I hugged him on the stage, and we still laugh about that today. I also want to take this occasion and express my deep appreciation to UMGC President Gregory Fowler. He has established himself as a strong, dynamic, and indispensable leader for this university. My thanks as well to President Fowler's leadership team, and also to the outstanding faculty and staff at UMGC. Under unimaginable circumstances, thanks to your collective vision, leadership, and hard work, UMGC continues to graduate knowledgeable, analytical, and socially responsible leaders with unlimited potential for successful lives and careers. To the graduates we celebrate today, let me say this. I know how overwhelming these past 2 years have been, but nothing can diminish the hard work, persistence, and dedication that have brought you to this important milestone. Today, you are graduating from one of the most dynamic institutions of higher education in the world, the largest university in Maryland, the world leader in online education, and a global force with a presence in more than 20 countries and territories around the world. Today, you become an enduring part of that proud and impressive legacy. Once again, I offer you and every one of you a warm, well-deserved congratulations. And I speak for the entire University System of Maryland when I say how proud we are of you and of UMGC. We wish you all the best in the years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Regent Wood, for your heartfelt greeting. One of the great traditions of commencement is the keynote address. It is an opportunity to hear from someone whose achievements and words can inspire us all. Our keynote speaker this morning, whose amazing journey has inspired thousands, is UMGC alumna Ginger Miller. President and CEO of Women Veterans Interactive. A Navy veteran, Ginger Miller cared for her husband, a fellow veteran who was disabled and suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder. Her family experienced homelessness, and she worked 3 jobs while attending school to secure a brighter future for them. In 2009, she established a nonprofit organization that was instrumental in starting the first Prince George's County Homeless Veteran Stand Down. 2 years later, she started the member-based Women Veterans Interactive to meet women veterans at their point of need through advocacy, empowerment, interaction, outreach, and unification. Today, Women Veterans Interactive supports programs, training, and resources to equip veterans at all stages of their military transition. Mrs. Miller holds a bachelor's degree in accounting from Hofstra University and a master's degree in management with a specialization in nonprofit and association management from UMGC. And she was recently appointed by President Biden to the USO Board of Governors. She also serves as an honorary commander for the 316th Operations Group at Joint Base Andrews and a member of the advisory board of Northwest Federal Credit Union. Wow. We are proud of all she has accomplished and honored to welcome back to UMGC, Ginger Miller.
Greetings. Thank you, President Fowler, for allowing me to grace the stage and address the graduates of my beloved alma mater, University of Maryland Global Campus. To say that I am honored would be an understatement. To all the graduates, your families, supporters, friends, you made it, and you made it happen during one of the most unprecedented times in our nation's history. Over the last 2 years, we've lost so much as the world suffered from the deadly COVID-19 pandemic. People have lost jobs, homes, family members, and despite it all, you earned your degree. We are here today because you adapted and persevered by holding yourselves accountable to pursue your educational goals and dreams. And I am here before you today because I persevered through homelessness in the early 90s after faithfully serving in the United States Navy. After I graduated from high school in Hempstead, New York, I wanted something more for my life. My goal was to pursue a bachelor's degree in accounting to fulfill my dreams of becoming an accountant on Wall Street. Unfortunately for me, I had a hunger for education my parents, who are immigrants from Honduras, could not afford to feed. So I joined the Navy to get the GI Bill educational benefits and was off to the races. After serving close to 3.5 years, I received a medical discharge from the Navy that I loved. And for me, this was somewhat tragic because my husband had just got out of the Marine Corps, he has PTSD, and I was pregnant with our first child. We were both young, unskilled, and needed to figure out this thing called life. We left Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, and went to stay with my family in New York until we could find jobs and move into a place of our own. And then bad luck struck again when my husband's post-traumatic stress disorder kicked into high gear, and my family told us that we had to leave. And we became a part of the ever-growing homeless veteran population. At this moment, I knew my life would be nothing or it would be everything. I could get mad at my family, the Navy, and the world, or I could do whatever it took to survive. My world was spinning out of control, and I had some decisions to make. I could leave my husband and get an abundance of resources as a single parent, or I could weather the storm, and of course, I chose the latter. In my heart, I still wanted the education I desired, but my reality was that I have now become the captain of the ship, and if I didn't navigate well, the two people that meant everything to me would go down with that ship. Just as you have weathered the storm, the COVID-19 pandemic, while pursuing your degree, I rose out of the jaws of homelessness. utilizing the pursuit of formal education as my North Star. And somehow, I found the strength, by the grace of God, to attend school full-time, work 3 part-time jobs, to pull my family out of homelessness. I often wondered, where would I be if I did not adapt and overcome the darkest period in my life? And then I wondered, where would I be if I didn't have that dark period in my life? Someone once asked me what I would tell my younger self. And after taking a moment to relive all the pain and the heartache that I have been through as a homeless woman veteran, my response to them was simply nothing. I would tell my younger self nothing because she would never understand why God would want to take her around the long way to victory. She would never understand the meanings of true love and the term for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, until death do us part. She would never grasp how experiencing homelessness after faithfully serving her country would light a fire up under her that would ignite a national movement known as Women Veterans Interactive. The little girl from Hempstead, New York, will never understand how slammed doors could make you cry and build character at the same time. And really, if I had told my younger self that she would go into the Navy, marry her knight in shining armor, become homeless with him, start a world-class nonprofit organization for the women who have served and sacrificed for our country, earn a master's degree in nonprofit and association management from UMGC, become a White House champion of change for women veterans, serve on every level of government in a leadership capacity, become a member of the advisory board of Northwest Federal Credit Union, get selected to participate in the President Obama Oral History Project, and get appointed to the Board of Governors by President Joe Biden. See, if I would have told my younger self all of these things, she would never have believed me. And if I told my younger self all of that, I would also have to tell her that she would never, ever make it to Wall Street. Nevertheless, my message for you today is this: don't look back and don't go back, and always, always stay in the hot pursuit of your dreams and your goals. Congratulations, you made it!
Thank you, Ms. Miller, for inspiring us all by sharing your incredible journey and for joining our graduates at our ceremony. Graduates, this is a day to look back at what you have learned in order to achieve this goal. It is a day to look around in awareness of those who helped you achieve it. It is a day to look ahead to a brighter future because of the investment you have made in yourselves. As adult learners, you have faced unique challenges. Most of you have not had the luxury of studying during the day and taking your weekends off. That meant taking time away from other responsibilities, foregoing some opportunities, and even sacrificing time with the people most important to you, all in the name of investing in the future for yourself and for those you love. Along the way, you navigated the intricacies of APA citations, engaged in the scholarly debate of ideas and discussion boards, overcame the challenges of group projects, and raced against the clock to meet the 11:59 p.m. submission deadlines. Yours has not been an easy road, and we know that. So speaking on behalf of your professors, your success coaches, and all of us at UMGC, let me say how proud we are of your achievements. On this day, you don't need role models. Today, you are the role models for us and everyone watching. Each year, the university selects members of the graduating class to speak on your behalf and who embody the special attributes of UMGC students. Our student speaker today is no exception. Jayla Nolan recently earned her Master of Science in Learning, Design, and Technology. Graduates and guests, please welcome Jayla Nolan.
Greetings, President Fowler, honored guests, faculty, staff, alumni, family and friends, and of course, graduates. I am humbled and honored to speak before you today. My name is Jayla Nolan, and I received a Master's of Science in Learning, Design, and Technology. This ceremony is a remarkable one. It celebrates our academic achievements, signifies our struggles, and denotes the time and effort we invested as adult learners. It honors the past so that future generations can have a voice at the table. We did it all while working 9 to 5, running businesses, taking care of our families, and serving our country, and while being in quarantine, working from home and maintaining our distance, even from our loved ones. We grieved from losses and reflected on our mental health. It was not easy. Graduates, you are the definition of triumph and determination. We are living proof that despite our misfortunes and the challenges of adversity, we did not let anything, not even a pandemic, hold us back from our success. None of this would have been possible without the support of our loved ones, encouragement from our friends, and the guidance of hardworking staff and professors at UMGC. As for me, I would like to thank my family, my loyal friends, my colleagues, and my students. I would also like to give a special shout out to Lamont Haney, a UMGC alumnus, for mentoring throughout the program, and my sweetheart and best friend Jamal for cheering me on since day one. Thank you for every prayer, message, and call when I needed it. 13 years ago, I received my high school diploma just up the road in what was then called Comcast Center. It feels good to come full circle celebrating a familiar academic achievement. I am sure you too created a full circle moment. We all started somewhere completing a UMGC application, willing and eager to pursue higher education. There was no manual of how it would go or how many hurdles we would jump, but we were able to see the light at the finish line. Statistics show the graduation dropout rate of a non-traditional learner is relatively high, yet here we are. There were moments within my circle that almost made me stop. It happened during the loss of my paternal grandmother, putting down my four-legged best friend, the struggle to find money to afford the necessary items for myself and my family, and teaching for my life under the unfortunate conditions of the pandemic, all while slowly healing from a major surgical procedure. I remember discussing these issues and struggles with my mentor. She has been my rock. I remember telling her, why me? Why is this happening to me? Her response changed my mindset. Why not you? This is happening to you because you are the walking testimony that it can be done. As an African American woman, I would be lying if I told you I made it through without a struggle. But that idea of why not me gave me a reason to keep going. There were times I cried, prayed, and meditated. I wrote affirmations, created lists, organized my goals, and took breaks when I needed the rest and recharge. I also set aside my pride to ask for help and say no to things I wanted in order to prioritize my financial needs. Most importantly, I gave myself mercy and grace. Going back to full circles, we often see rainbows as arches, but did you know that rainbows are actually a complete circle created by droplets of water reflecting and refracting sunlight? I realized my full circle here is a rainbow. Graduates, the rainbows we are come from our greatest storms. Remember staying up to complete a white paper with APA formatting before 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time? Or coordinating time zones to collaborate on a project? Or maybe commenting to at least one person under the discussion post? These were the parts of the colorful makeup of your rainbow. Aristotle once said, "Education is an ornament in prosperity and a refuge in adversity." Moving forward, I encourage you to continue to take what you learned here at UMGC and embrace those full circles of success. We are the role models who paved the way for others, and it's time to show that we are the leaders that everyone had been waiting for. So stay shining and remain colorful. Congratulations to all the graduates.
Thank you, Jayla, for your beautiful remarks. And congratulations on your achievement. And now the time has arrived to present our graduates. Will all of our graduates please rise? President Fowler, in accordance with the recommendations of the faculty of University of Maryland Global Campus, the deans and I request that you confer upon these graduates the degrees, as in each case is appropriate, in recognition of their successful completion of all requirements.
Under the authority granted by the state of Maryland to the Board of Regents of the University System of Maryland, and by that board delegated to me, I hereby confer upon you your degrees, as in each case is appropriate, with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations, graduates.
As we conclude our ceremony, I invite you to join in the singing of our university alma mater, led by Isabel Pollard.
We honor you and thank you for all that you have done to help us on our journey and make us all as one. So with this song of glory, let's say your name aloud. UMGC, UMGC, forever standing proud. The time we spent together at night or in the day, at many different places, at home or far away, unites us and then guides us. Now we're your precious jewels. UMGC, UMGC, the dearest of all schools.
Thank you, Isabel, for that beautiful rendition of our alma mater. And now, graduates, go forward from this day with the courage of your convictions and continue to make a positive difference in our world. Welcome to our global alumni family. Once again, congratulations.